Hello and welcome again to Money Intelligence 201, the fourth in this series this week. And today, first of all, let me say thank you for joining, for watching for the past 4 days. If you haven't seen my previous three live stream, please go ahead and check on the channel to have a taste of what I've been talking about in the past 3 days. Today, I'll be talking about continuing with Money Intelligence 201 by talking about the need to review your financial goals for last quarter. Yes, hopefully you had a financial goal for this year, and one way to go about things is to track your progress every quarter. So if you haven't checked your progress, if you haven't reviewed the first 3 months, you need to do that. So it's important to review last quarter's performance. So how you did, whether you were able to achieve any of your goals any of the goals that you set for between January and March. That's the reason why it's important to review last quarter's goal. Many people set financial goals and they go to sleep. No. And just like you see, company businesses, they always review, they disclose, they evaluate each quarter's result. And if you must be smart, if you must develop your money intelligence, you also need to review each quarter's financial goals. Okay? All right. Yeah. Don't wait until December before you start checking. Oh, I didn't achieve this. I didn't achieve that. Oh, I achieved this. Every quarter, it is compulsory for your own good. Why do you review financial goals at the end of each quarter? Number one, you have divided your year into 4 quarters, just like businesses do. And like I said, you're not waiting until December to start checking whether you made any progress, whether you succeeded, whether you were able to tick off any financial goals. You monitor things from the word go. And the way to do that is to start every quarter. So January to March, have a look. Look at what you did. Look at what you didn't do. So why do we review financial goals each quarter? Number one is to track your progress. For instance, if you had planned to be making savings, every month, or to review, to reduce the level of debt you're carrying, you want to check how far you've gone in the past 3 months. So you review your financial goals quarterly to see what is working. What have I done right? It might surprise you that in the first quarter, you might have taken some steps which you weren't supposed to take. You might have taken, you might have made some mistakes, you might have made some progress. So it is by reviewing your financial goal deliberately. Check your financial statement, check your bank statement, and is how you'll be able to review those financial goals of first quarter. Okay. And the other reason why you need to review first quarter's result is to see, like I said, you want to see what is working. You want to see what is not working. Have I been able to achieve any of my financial goals? Probably you wanted to reduce your overdraft, your dependence on overdraft or salary advance. You check when you review, you will see what you have done. You will see whether you are on track to achieve these financial goals. And then when you have a look, when you do the review, you'll be able to strategize. Okay, probably I've been relying too much on overdraft. 1/4 of my spending, I'm overshooting my budget by a quarter, for instance. So if you see that that has been happening in the first quarter, you want to take steps. You want to make correction by ensuring that the same mistakes are not repeated in the second quarter. The bad news is that we're already in the second quarter, so that's why it's important. So you want to check to see, have I made any progress? Okay, if I was relying too much on debt to see me through the month in the first quarter, you probably want to make some changes in the second quarter. Okay, probably did you plan to save X amount of money every month? Were you on track? Did you do them in the first quarter? So these are the reasons why you need to sit down. If you don't do that this week, and make sure that sometimes next week, set time apart, sit down, go through your financial goals for this year and the ones which you feel you should have achieved in the first quarter. Go through them. Were you able to achieve them? If you have not been able to achieve them, or if you are falling behind, it's never too late. If you don't sit down in the first place to review, you wouldn't know. It's like getting an appraiser from your line manager in the office without sitting down to look at the things which you should be doing, you're not going to get feedback. So reviewing your financial goals for the first quarter of the year, you'll be able to scout yourself, you'll be able to track your progress, you'll be able to see, am I overspending? Am I taking off? What I'm supposed to take off, am I overspending? Am I relying too much, on overdraft? Am I put anything aside? When you review those financial goals, it's going to give you your results. You're going to see what you've done. Lastly, when you review your financial goals for the first quarter, then you'll be able to strategize. Okay. If, for instance, I've been living on overdraft, and then I know that the second quarter I need to make changes. I need to reduce my expenditure. I need to do this. I need to readjust. I need to cut my coat according to my clothes. So that is why it's important when you review your first quarter's financial goals, you'll be able to strategize, re-strategize. You'll have identified things. You will have identified steps. You will have identified lessons to learn. You probably will have you'll be able to pinpoint what steps you have taken that you shouldn't have taken. You'll be able to make U-turn or make a detour as the case may be. So very, very important to review, sit down, make time out this weekend or the week that is ahead. Make sure you go through your bank statements, your financial statement for the first quarter of this year. Review them, check your obligations, check your commitment, check the commitment you made in the first quarter, check the payments that went out, check the things that you bought, check if any contract that you entered into that made money to leave your account. Okay. So it's very, very important. It's in your own interest to review your financial goals of last quarter. Don't forget, when you review this, you'll be able to strategize. You mirror it, will give you a picture of your performance. So you're not waiting until the end of the year to achieve financial goals. During the review, you know what is working, you know what is not working, you know what steps to take. As well in the second quarter, you want to make changes. Okay, it's like halftime. Halftime, in football, the manager goes to the dugout with his players. They look at the performance of the first half. This is what we need to do. We need to make changes. We need to be on the offensive mode. We need to defend our goal. We need to defend our lead. We should not allow the opponent to come into the right flank. So that's what you want to do. You assume the position of a football manager who at half time has gone into the dugout. You are your manager. You're looking at your team. You're looking at your own performance. And you do that by looking at your bank statement. It will detail for you. If there are other financial statements, maybe credit card statement, you also, if you're able to look at that, go ahead. But as a minimum requirement to review your first quarter's financial goals, go through your bank statement, see what has gone and see what has coming, and then you'll be able to strategize, you'll be able to score yourself, you'll be able to know what your performance is, and from there you can make progress. From there you can then plot how the second quarter is going to be like. If this has been useful, leave a comment for me. If I've already reviewed this last quarter's financial goals I want to hear from you. If you have never done that, I also want you to do that. After you've done that, leave a comment and let me know how your performance is. Until I see you again, take care and see you soon.